Hi guys, let's solve this problem, and I read the question first. Evaluate the double integral. So you're given integral from 0 to 1, another integral from x to 1, 4x y squared all over square root of x squared plus y squared dy dx. So the first thing guys we are going to do is that we can first of all draw the domain. And the reason guys why we do that is because, as you can see, if we start with y dy, guys, you can see there is a problem here in that this y squared will not be able to be eliminated easily. And so therefore guys, I want to change to have dx come here and dy comes here. But before we do that guys, we have to draw what we call the domain diagram, or a sketch of the domain. So guys, we are here whereby guys we want to draw the domain, and what we do guys, we come and write we have x and 1, and x is along the dy, and so therefore guys, if we can draw that, it shall be y is equals to x. Here y is equals to x, or x is equals to y, and here we have 1 is equals to y. So for y equals to x, that's how it comes about, because guys, if you have x and you have y, guys, if you sketch that, you have 1 1 2 2 3 3. This one will go like that. Guys, come into x, y equals to 1, we shall have y is equals to 1, and this one will pass now through here. Now the sketch in between that and that is where we have our domain here. But remember guys, we also have this other, because before we decide that, we have also this other limit. That is along the x-axis, you have x equals to 0 here, and x equals to 1 here and there. And so therefore, our domain guys is going to be this region. This is region of our integral, or region of our domain. Guys, now coming to change the integral, this is how we do it guys. We come here guys and say we can integrate along the x-axis. This is actually along the x-axis, whereby guys we have what we call an element. This is an element, and in that element we can integrate through from this point to this point. That is, when you integrate that element guys, you are going to have this stream. And so the element we are having here guys is actually will have actually dx on the other side. This side it is going to be dx, and of course this other side is going to be y. And so guys, what we do now, this element will run from this point, which is x equals to 0, this point, up to this point, which is x equals to y. And this is where we are seeing 0, x equals to 0, that is along this line. And the element will form a strip. As you integrate, it will form a strip up to this point, which is now x equals to y, or y equals to x. And so therefore guys, starting with that, I will start from 0 to y, because as you can see, this is along the x-axis. That is from 0, x equals to 0, up to the point x is equals to y. So guys, after that, I'll now come and integrate. We have gone through this side, and now guys, we are now going to go through the y-axis like that. Going through the y-axis, since already we have considered that and that, we're only going to consider this, that is y equals to 0 and y equals to 1, and that's what I have done here. So guys, I'll now put my dy right there. Guys, after changing the method of integration, or the order of integration, guys, now I can be able now to integrate successively. And this is what I have done guys here. I first of all integrate this. with respect to x. So integrating this with respect to x, I can say u is equals to x squared plus y squared. So that, guys, we are going to have the du all over dx is equals to 2x, and therefore du over 2x equals to dx. This is du all over dx is equals to 2x. Du all over 2x is equals to dx. So, guys, instead of writing dx, we are going to write that. And remember, guys, the y, we are taking it as a constant as of now. And so, therefore, this is what we are going to have, guys. We have the y, we have factored out the y the same time as 4. We are left here with x. Guys, we have du over 2x, which now replaces the dx. And guys, we have the square root of u. As we had seen here, we had this as x squared plus y squared is u. And so, guys, we now come and integrate that with respect to du. Integrating that, we are going to find u raised to a half, because, guys, remember, when we bring u here, it shall be u raised to negative a half. Negative a half plus 1 is going to be u raised to a half all over 1/2. And so, therefore, this 2 is going to be cancelled, even as we see later here. After we have done that, guys, we now come and replace for our limits, that is 0 and y. So this is what you are going to do. In the place of u, you have u raised to a half, which is the same as that. So, guys, in the place of y, here, this y is what now we are going to put our y, and this becomes y squared. And for this other one, guys, we are going to put our, this one is now going to have, sorry, guys, in the place of x is where we are putting our y. And so, therefore, we are going to have here y squared plus y squared, a square root there, minus in the lower limit we have 0. So in the place of x, this x we put 0, and this y will remain. After that, guys, this is now what we have. So, guys, this will add up to be 2y squared. Y squared plus y squared is 2y squared, and the square root will give us 1y, but the 2 will have a square root. This y squared will multiply by that 1y, you get y cubed. Now minus, this 4 is still there, and this y is still there. Guys, we have 1y here, you multiply by the 2y's and 4, you get that. Guys, now we come and integrate once again with respect to y. And this is what we have, integrating with respect to y, whereby this one will be like that. Guys, when we integrate, we'll have y raised to 4 all over 4, which is here. Y raised to 4 all over 4, and this 4 can cancel. And so, therefore, guys, we are left with the square root of 2y raised to 4 minus, this will be y raised to 4 all over 4, and the 4 will cancel. And now, guys, we put our limits, that is 0 and 1. Putting 0 and 1, guys, we are going to have this, because this 4 cancels, this also 4 cancels, and so therefore we shall have here, this is 1, we are left with the square root of 2, now minus, this is also 1, and if we replace with 0, guys, this is now going to be 0. In other words, we shall have this now minus 0. So this is now our solution, guys. So thank you, guys, for listening to me. Bye.